So, today, another episode of Every Shot Shown. We are at Royal Cinque Ports, two-time host of the Open Championship. Every single shot being shown is glorious links layout. The wind has kicked up. We've just finished playing Princes earlier today, which you would have seen on the channel. The goal is very simple: shoot the best score we can across the entire Open Rota, chasing down some of the best golfers in the world, the eclectic score. But every single round, try my best to shoot my handicap or better, and to get at least one round on the Open Rota under par. Here we go, let's do this.
1909, the year the Open was first held here, and it would have been also in 1915 if it hadn't been for postponement during World War I. The Open did return in 1920 though to a slightly redesigned layout after taking a bit of battering during the conflict, and that was the last time the Open was held here. A 6,500 yard course and a winning prize of £75. The Open was set to return here in 1938, but sadly severe flooding meant that it was moved to very nearby Royal St George's, another course we've played as part of this eclectic Rota challenge. And since then, the Open is yet to return to Royal Cinque Ports, but a very fine golf course we have here. Gary Player once famously quoted as saying that the final 4 holes here are the 4 best consecutive holes in the world, and that man has played some golf, let me tell you. We're underway though. First hole, not a long one, only really the outbounds down the right and the ditch in front of the green to worry about. Just hit the left-hand side of the fairway and hit a nice one on. I was watching it for a little while and I didn't really catch it great, but it was moving towards the hole very, very nicely.
Right, this will be big because we haven't had a birdie on the first. Getting that just ticked off takes a lot of pressure for the rest of the series. Because you know the boys are going to do it. Right edge. I was like fist pumping, I've missed it, I think. Come on, we need that. It's a great one to get. First and 18, a big one to get. They sort of count as more than one. They don't, but it feels that way.
The boys had indeed done it. You can see on the scorecard there, all the guys towards the top of the leaderboard have all got a birdie on the first, and they've got some eagles. We're going to need some eagles if we're going to challenge these guys. Remember, this is one of only 2 rounds remaining that is on the old Rota, so this is rounds we've got as a bonus over those guys on the leaderboard. Next up, we go to Royal Lithum, where the boys are back in action and they're going to start adding to their totals as well. So not a good tee shot here. It wasn't really anywhere near the middle of the face. Twist face had saved me a little bit, but now had a bit of work left in. Hybrid on its way towards the flag.
An absolute bullet. I thought it was going to push right and she's gone dead straight.
Do not want to give that birdie away straight away, but you see that come out low. Not much spin all the way through the back, and oh dear, now we're scrambling. Look at us right down there now. We are scrambling just to, well, potentially make bogey. I had this one up, all about pace. Hadn't quite got the pace of the greens yet, hadn't really got to see them. We ran over straight from Princes, having played there in the morning. And, well, you can see we've come up short. Now this one, to keep double off the scorecard early on. Much needed for momentum, that. Okay, settle down, back to level par, even through 2, no problem. So third hole and the first par 5 of the day, a par I've been really struggling with at the moment. Really did terribly on the par 5s at Princes. Need to put that right. Into the wind is a drive I really struggle with here.
Better. Much better. Yes.
And well, it was a nice drive, but that was not nice, was it? Just heavy, chunky, out to the left, and we've still got 4 iron in hand for our third. Leaning left, wanted it to come back, and it just wasn't. Out to the right, tricky one on this upslope. Got to really get your hands forward here and make sure you get good contact. Got a really nice kick. I'll be honest, I had underhit that, and thankfully, that little downslope it landed on propelled it further forward than it really deserved to be. The par putt was not even close though. Nowhere near it. And look at this. Once again, the par 5s. Another bogey. You can see the disappointment in my face. Got to do better on these par 5s. They're going to be crucial later on. We've still never made an eagle in this series. Fourth hole. Par 3.
Hold on. No.
I'd actually hit that one really, really good. Too good. Almost starting to allow for the mishits now. And I've gone long and through the green. And look at this one. That wasn't that bad a chip, but it's just landed up and there's a bit of a downslope away from the hole and it's got away from me. But I was not about to give up on this decent start. Did not want to drop another one. I was working hard on this putt and boom!
Come on! I was so close to saying take the flag out. If I take the flag out, that was gone back down there again. Yes, finally, she's warming up.
That putter was warming up, and you'll see in a recent video I put on the channel, I had a new GT Spider. Did change to the new model from TaylorMade. This is one of my last rounds with it, so it was fighting to stay in the bag. Right, another par 5 now. Chance to get this back. Going for it in 2 here. Trying to get it down away from the green. I was running up over that hill.
Mate, my theory was, I've got no idea where it is. There's only one bunker. What are the chances that it goes in that one bunker? Well, it's in the bunker.
I mean, that's how it works, right? That is golf in a nutshell for you. Absolute nutshell. Typical. And now look what's happening. Once again, I'm scrambling on par 5s. What is going on with the par 5s? It's a curse. There's only one par 5 left on the back 9. That is part of that famous final stretch. Gonna have to switch on for that one now. It's starting to get in my head, but still a chance to save par on this one and not drop another shot on a par 5.
I put such a good roll on that. Such a good roll. I've been rewarded with absolutely nothing.
And although we did tick off the first hole, one of the birdies we needed birdies on 3, 4 and 5. And then it's 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 and 17 are the remaining birdies we need. So fingers crossed we can tick off a few more of those today. But right now we need to switch on because this score was looking fragile after such a great start. Now this 6th hole was a short one, but it was straight into the wind. And I played it out towards the left-hand side. And what you can't see is that green is up on a bit of a shelf and the pin was at the front, and if I came up a little bit short here, there was every chance I could spin off and run all the way back down that hill you can see in the course map. But it was on the green, on its way, and a decent line, but I just hadn't got the pace at all. But after a dodgy few holes, we can't grumble with the par to steady the ship.
That is a short hole that could cause absolute mischief, that pin.
7th hole, absolutely fraught with bunkers, as you can see, but I went for the tee, so a decent hit down there. Left me a 4 iron in here. I didn't like it. Out to the right-hand side, and now we're going to have a pretty tricky up and down to keep the par show going. We have a pretty tricky up and down to keep another bogey off the scorecard, and this one was much better judged for pace. Trickled down there, but we have left one of those. This time, nicely in, drama-free par. Let's move. 8th hole, par 3, out towards the water again, and bunkers all around the front of this green. Needed a strong iron shot, and you know what? I'd got it. Decent hit here. Tried to take the bunkers out of play, go towards the back of the green.
Yeah.
Pretty pleased with that, but did have a very long putt down the hill. Got a bit of a jump on this one, but it was rolling nicely down. Can it get there? It's just I keep leaving myself this distance, these 3.5, 4 footers for par. It's going to wear you down. This will wear anyone down. And that one only just crept in, you know. You can see it.
That just got in there.
We are hanging on to a score. It was disappointing to not capitalise on that early birdie, but we've got to just keep grinding. 9th hole here. Beautiful dog left out towards the left. Only really that big bunker you can see to worry about, and I hit a drive sort of straight at it, didn't quite get it over it, but it had got lucky. It's bounced in the bunker and out of the bunker. Tricky lie here for my approach. Can we get in at 2 over and just settle ourselves down, get a sausage roll, get a drink and reset?
Did you see the ball almost move? Probably couldn't. It was almost moving, I was about to hit. It's up there.
Yeah, I mean, I've just watched the highlight back. The ball didn't look like it moved at all, but it did to me on the day, I promise. I didn't hit the green though, out on the right-hand side, and the pace control was a long way off again. And now we've got 4 foot will be nice to save par. This is more like 14 foot. On its way to save par and to get in at 2 over.
Really wanted to get in 2 over.
Well, the target was 3 over. We are already 3 over. We need to buckle up for this back 9 and get grinding. Glorious par 4. Some really strong par 4s that you wait till you see the stretch on the back 9, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can see why Gary Player says they're possibly the best 4 consecutive holes in golf, especially that 16th par 5.
There's a look at that massive dip you can't see. There, the pin's about here, 117. So it'd normally be a wedge. I don't know if 1 extra club is enough though.
One of the hardest things in links golf is figuring out your club selection. You've either got to play a shot to allow for the wind or play a shot to go around or under the wind. I do like favouring that, and I did like this one. It was on board, and it's nice to have a birdie putt for a change, isn't it? Goodness me. It's been a while. Trickling down, much better pace this one here on 10. And now to tidy up for par. Oh my goodness. When you're dropping this many shots, you can't be 3-putting. There's just no room for it. Right, 11th hole, need to steady the ship here. Hit a good drive down there. And a good approach. Took a bigger divot than I'm used to doing. Normally quite shallow into the ball. That could be a good sign. Just missed the green, but a pretty solid lag putt up.
Pars, honestly, just feel like better than pars. This is tough. This is tough.
Another strong par 4 here. 2 bunkers, the main feature. The one on the left was in play, the one on the right wasn't, so I decided to aim my ball at the right one.
Cut.
And keep it out to the right. However, I pulled it a little bit left here.
It was trying to, it's whether or not there's a swale.
There is my glorious little Stewart trolley, the cue follow. Good strike here needed, and a bit of an opportunity because there was a bit of a swale out on the right hand side. You can see me asking it to start to come back.
Oh, look at it go. Look at it go for me. You don't ask, you don't get.
I live by that mantra. You've got to ask. And you can see the swell here. You can see my ball just fed up the right-hand side and just came back in. And now, birdie chance. Come on. Let's get back on track. Let's get back. Man, that's just not good enough, is it? That is just, I've got to apologise to all of you. That is just not good enough. When you get a birdie chance, you've got to threaten the hole.
That's upsetting.
Once again upsetting. I've got to be more aggressive with this putter. 13th hole. 410 yards. All about missing these bunkers in the middle of the fairway. Really good drive here. Much, much better. Got myself in scoring distance then. Look at that. That is just a disgrace. You can just see how disappointed I am to get in scoring distance. I mean, it's hit the green, but from that sort of yardage, you've just got to be hitting it closer.
Do it for me.
Wanted this one to have a chance, and
something just good enough. Oh.
Once again, it's short. I mean, that is uphill into the wind, so I maybe give myself a bit of a break here, but I've got to start threatening the hole to have a chance here.
Got to start being more aggressive with the putts, I think. Thought I was then, it just barely got to the hole still. This is playing very tough. 4 over, and we've got 1 to 5 holes left. We've got stroke index 15 and 17 left, and a par 5. But also stroke index 1. I mean, I want to get in 3 under, but 3 under? That'd be nice. 3 over. I need a birdie.
So this normally the nemesis, the long par 3, 210 yards, although playing slightly downwind. 4-iron DHY on its way. I was watching it.
Acceptable. On the green. On the green. DHY is a little dream, you know.
Anywhere near the green on a long par 3 like this is a dream for me. Give this one a go. A birdie on a hole like this is an absolute steal for me. And it had a chance, and then, of course, it came up short. Of course it came up short. I'm getting absolutely nothing on the greens today. But a par on a hole like that is good for me. They are always a trouble for me, the long par 3s. But here we go, guys. This is it. The long stretch we were talking about earlier. 15, 16, 17 and 18. Got off to a very good start. All I had to do was miss the bunkers on the right. I was watching it, and the ball did disappear, and I was worried because I was thinking, has it gone into a bunker? Has it done something I didn't see? Checked the course map, but it was fine. And then I flushed one.
That's as good as I can possibly do.
It was through the back. Can you believe it? And now I've got a really tricky up and down to try and save my par. Yes, please. That is what we needed. Exactly this moment, getting into this par 5. We needed something steady, and that will do.
Okay.
And here is the 16th. Playing this eclectic scorecard, what I plan to do at the end for the whole rota is come up with my favourite 1 to 18 across the entire open rota. I'm telling you right now, this 16th could well be a contender for the best 16th on the open rota.
The best hole on the course, the 16th, is included as one of Henry Cotton's 18 best holes in England. A big drive required to carry the cross bunkers set up a go at the green. Par 5. I'm on an absolute nightmare streak on the par 5s. I've never bogeyed so many par 5s in my life as we have today, across both the Prince's video and this one. I'm desperate to just make a par, but it's downwind, 520 odd yards. I've got to try and make birdie. Come on.
Let me know in the comments what your entry would be, but I'm telling you right now, the 16th at Royal St Ports is going to take some beating.
See it bounce? No.
It was the hole that had this lovely pillar box on it as well, so beauty and history. And now we're going for it in two, guys. Buckle up, we're still waiting for that eagle. Could this be the one? It was on a good line. I was watching it. I liked it a lot.
I think that's just landed in a bank, run up, and just gone past the flag. I think it's gone long. But I think it had a look.
It did have a look, but look what's happened. Once again, it's gone through the back. Thankfully, I got a good feel for this from the last hole, and you know what? Nearly. It was an eagle. It nearly was an eagle. A real opportunity winning the first one on the eclectic scorecard. But we will not grumble with a birdie. Sadly, not one we needed for the eclectic, but it doesn't matter. We've broken the par 5 curse, and that helps the scorecard back down to our target of 3 over par. But the 17th is a hole we need to birdie, very much so, and a decent length par 4 as well. But that is probably one of the worst shots I've hit in the entire series so far. Short par 4, laying up with a hybrid short of the bunkers, and I've basically fluffed it. Hybrid again needed, just to get anywhere near the green, and it had gone a long way left, and uh-oh, not again. Don't throw it away. We bogeyed a hole straight after the opening birdie. We don't want to throw away more good work, and it was left. It was left of left. But the short game was saving us right now. Absolutely saving us. Some serious scrambling going on. Can we get this one into save par and save momentum? And oh, come on. All that hard work.
After all that, that is a waste of some world-class scrambling.
Well, it would have been world-class if you'd made the putt, Seb. But anyway, we've got to move on. There is the glorious clubhouse on the right-hand side. This 18th, fantastic finishing hole, but the body was getting tired.
Oh, I'm so bad and so tired, but it's going to work. Oh dear, I am seriously running out of puff now. On my way back, I feel like the club is like that. And I just can't possibly turn it. Every shot is just coming like straight out of here now. Just need to somehow make par and get in.
Keep battling, Sebby, keep battling. One more swing needed. On its way, watching it. Just hit the surface, please.
See it go straight in the water.
Now, thankfully, I was talking about that dog, not my golf ball, because we were on the green and we were putting for birdie. Can we get it back to our target of 3 over par? It was on its way, but of course, it stayed short.
That just tells the story, to be honest. Just nowhere near. Well, hang on, don't talk too soon. Oh my God, I nearly missed that. Yeah, just nowhere near good enough with the putter today. Really, really bad ball striking the last few holes, but back 9 was far, far better. 3 over front, 4, 5. I got the birdie, yeah, 1 over back 9. I think playing 36 in a day. We did the Prince's video earlier. This was probably a tad too far, but I hope you did enjoy the video, guys. Lots more coming soon. The new leaderboard is here. If you did enjoy it, drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you very soon at another amazing open venue. See you next time.
And that leaderboard is going to be changing a lot soon as the pros start to play some of the remaining open venues. Royal Lithum St Anne's up next. You are not going to want to miss that one. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that or any of the other future courses. We've got some absolute crackers as well coming. Birkdale, Hoylake, Muirfield, the list goes on. Here you can see on screen some stats from our round. All in all, not a bad score considering how poorly I hit it in the end and how I just couldn't make a single putt. Lots to work on going into the next round, and we'll see you again soon.